I mean, he literally jumped over him. And Kirky was like, here, get on my back. Get on my back. I'll help you.
We lost to Tottenham. It's quite sad. It's quite embarrassing.
I think he's going to be up there with the signings of the season.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Football Talks. This week we'll be discussing Game Week 2 highlights and analysis. We're going to start off by talking about Chelsea versus West Ham. All right, Chelsea fan, thoughts?
Chelsea.
Yeah, this was a interesting game. So we started off. Palmer got pulled out of the lineup super early, which hurt me because I had on my FPL. I know it hurt you too.
Yeah, that when he texted and told me Palmer not playing, I had a mini heart attack.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yep.
I mean, he's 10.5 mil. He better be playing.
Yeah, and my friend was texting me that like literally 10 minutes before that was announced. He said, "Oh, I captained Palmer this week. I'm so excited for him to see what he does." So that just like, what are the chances of that, right? So he comes out, and then we start the game against one of the worst teams in Game Week 1, West Ham, because they lost to newly promoted Sunderland 3-0. So everyone was expecting Chelsea to walk them, right? They go up 1-0 in what 10 minutes off of an Esteval mistake where he tries to flick it in the midfield, and Paqueta just gets the ball and just rifles it with his left foot, upper 90. But then after that, I mean, the Chelsea that we all know came through. So 5 goals. João Pedro is off the mark in the Premier League. Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez gets back on the score sheet. I mean, this is just a great game. I think this is exactly what everyone expected from this game. So yeah, I've got no complaints from my side. What do you guys think of it?
Well, like I said, first off, it was a whirlwind of emotions for me. I found out Palmer was benched. Super mad about that. The next thing I know, within however many minutes, freaking West Ham scores a banger. I'm like, are you kidding? I literally go up to him. I'm like, they lost their clean sheet because I have Cuckoo in the back, and they're playing West Ham. They're going to secure this. Clean sheet secured. No, lose my clean sheet. And then shortly after that, Cuckoo helps an assist. Then we get some Pedro assists, Pedro goals. And after hearing me celebrating, he thought I was a Chelsea fan because of the way I was celebrating.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought you were a Man City fan, but it really caught me off guard. But she was very happy and excited. So
I mean, Pedro pulled through for us, though.
Well, yeah, he sure did. I did not have Palmer. I haven't put him in my roster in the fantasy, so I was glad when I saw that he was out for the game. So inside me, I was celebrating. I'm like, yes, he's out. I got Pedro in there. I don't have it. I just had Pedro. I'm sorry. I also had Caicedo. Caicedo.
Dude, Caicedo. FPL tip, he is a great pick. He is a great pick. At first, I really didn't think that, I knew defensive points like last season, they predicted that he would get like a lot if they did defensive points last season. But I guess in my head, I'm like, I just didn't think he'd pull through like he has been for you, but he's been pulling through. So he is a very good consideration, and he's cheap too.
Yes, he is, which is exactly why I took him. I know he gets yellow cards. I know because of his aggressiveness and how he defends, but he's been good to me. But it was a great win for Chelsea. Congratulations. Look at that.
Thank you.
Well, I must say, I was with Ari. The first goal, I saw West Ham score. I'm like, oh, Lord, is this Chelsea from last season? Inconsistent. Oh, my God. They're losing to or struggling to against, lower level teams that are struggling. But then they got it together. I mean, João Pedro play a big role for Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, what a player. I think he's going to be up there with the signings of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But to your point, Junior, I think you mentioned this in previous episodes. I actually think Palmer being out kind of helped that because, like you said, it has Delap. They played Delap up, having Pedro as a false 9. And I think that's where he's strongest, not as a true striker, because he plays as a true striker when Palmer's there. Now we have Delap up. He kind of pulled defenders, allowed Pedro to get more space, and they could play him in. He could get loose.
Yeah, and what he does, you lose track of him because he's all over the field. And he's not just a good finisher. He's also very technical. I mean, he can control the ball. He can create plays. He can create opportunities, make the runs. which is how he played at Brighton. And that's how he was successful where he was, which is one of the reasons that's why I was shocked to see that they got him just as a center forward. Like a Haaland. Haaland is a center forward. Gyökeres is a center forward. Ekitike, sort of a center forward. But Isak, well, no, Isak is kind of like João Pedro. But no, I think Chelsea, congratulations again. Great win. It was expected.
Yeah.
Top.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and to your point with João Pedro, I do think he's a very interesting player because he's kind of got everything in his locker.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's strong too. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah.
It. I think for the third goal or the fourth goal, where Chalobah scored. I mean, he bullies Wilson in the air like easily. So, yeah, I think it's a great pickup, and yeah, like you said, great win. So the next one, I don't know, not so great. Where you got a funeral over here.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So, I'm wearing black because like you said, I told them I would because I'm attending a funeral. We lost to Tottenham. It's quite sad. It's quite embarrassing. But
so what I will say, what is very interesting, is Trafford made a huge mistake for that second goal where they pounced on you guys trying to play out of the back. I think Polina ended up putting it in the back of the net, and you guys are getting linked heavily to Donnarumma. So I don't know if that's has to do with it. Is like he's not like fitting. He seems like he's good. He's decent on the ball. Maybe he's playing how Pep wants to play, but maybe there's not that trust that he can step up to the level y'all need this season. So that's why they're willing to just put the money down for Donnarumma.
I mean, it could be that again. Like this is maybe what I think second game with us. Maybe it was just a bad game. People sometimes just have bad games. It doesn't make him a bad goalkeeper, I don't want to say like yes, we need Donnarumma after what I've been saying, and I just think like yeah, it was just a bad game, and he maybe needs a little more experience with us in the way we play. So yeah.
Do we really think that's the fix to that whole issue on the back line?
No.
I yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know why. I think Trafford will be a great keeper for you guys. I think the investment should be on a defender. Another center back maybe, or a winger. A fullback. But I just don't think. Yeah, Donnarumma, don't get me wrong. That's a great selection. I mean, he really helped PSG. I mean, he kept PSG in the champions, and he actually, helped them win it. Right. But I don't know.
My biggest gripe of the whole thing was actually the fact that they were not crossing to Holland, and they were doing so much. Marmoush, bad game in my opinion. He was doing way too much.
He had an opportunity.
I mean, we had opportunities, but oftentimes all Doku and him had to do was cross it to Holland. I mean, yeah, I'm a little biased because City, I want them to score, and also captaincy for Holland. But I do think that that's how Holland scores is headers is using his body and being physical, and we didn't maximize that. So Marmoush is trying to beat 10 people. Okay, dude, they got your number. Like, try something different. So anyway, that's just my opinion.
All right. Well, my condolences.
Sorry.
Winners here. Winners.
Yep.
Winners.
I guess I'll be mourning till we win again. So.
Well, we go on to the next game, which is Bournemouth versus Wolves. What about that game? We kind of called it that way, didn't we? So, what do you guys think?
Well, to be fair, I thought Bournemouth would score more goals. They did have chances, don't get me wrong, but I thought they would get, finesse it a little bit in the end. Of course, Semenyo to Tavernier. It's predictable. I mean, those are their best strikers, whoever. But yeah, I guess it's surprising that it ended 1-0, but not surprising that they won.
Yeah, to your point, Semenyo is usually involved in anything that Bournemouth do going forward, so there's no surprise there. I'm a little surprised that Wolves didn't put more of a fight up. I know they got the red card through Totti, but I don't know. It's 2 games in, and Wolves have scored 0 goals. I know they had Newcastle actually bid for Strand Larson today. They bid 50 million and they got rejected. So they don't want to lose him.
They're not going to want to lose him. Are you kidding me? If they lose him?
Oh, they see that Liverpool is trying to pay 120, 130 for Isak. So they know Newcastle got the money to go a little bit higher than 50 mil.
Yeah, well,
So-
no, they said they won't sell.
They won't sell him at
No,
all.
they won't sell him. Basically,
No,
because they know
they need
yeah,
someone.
They
up
know if
there.
he's gone, then
They're screwed.
they screwed basically. Yeah. So I'm a little worried for Wolves, even if they do keep him. I think they're going to be down there with West Ham this season. Just I don't see there a lot of wins coming through unless they're playing one of like the worst teams in the league.
Oh, that's gonna be. I don't know. Bournemouth. They came with a win. We kind of thought about the preseason. We thought Bournemouth was gonna be a lot worse than what they are right now. So they are really proving us wrong. They're gonna be like the middle table, I think. So good win for them. But 1-0 is still not enough. I think they should have been 2-3-0 probably.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's not convincing enough, but they got the win. Will's got the red card, and we'll see what happens. It's gonna be one of those seasons that there's gonna be a lot of up and downs on teams. You know, and last minute signups is gonna happen. So we're getting close to the transfer window being closed. So there's gonna be a lot of movement the last couple of days.
Yeah, in the Premier League, every team has money. Like they're willing to splash the cash, so they can all do it. Our next game though here we have is our promotion playoff, Burnley versus Sunderland. So Burnley actually won this one 2-0, which means at this point each promoted team has a win, which is very
Oh, that's
rare.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I mean, I surely didn't predict that Burnley was going to win this, considering that I don't think they're a very offensive team. Sunderland had opportunities to finish; they just couldn't. Burnley played them well. Burnley really, what is this? How do you say Esteve?
Steb, yeah.
Esteve? Oh man, he pulled through. He really pulled through, but it hurts so much. I didn't have faith in Burnley. I benched Dubravka, I benched him, and now I have 12 points for FPL on my bench, so that hurts. But it was shocking to me. What are your thoughts?
I thought Sunderland was gonna come out and continue to win. I thought they were gonna beat Burnley. I didn't. After seeing how Burnley lost the first game, I thought Sunderland. I'm like Sunderland came out and played. They did their thing. They got their win, and you know they win a premier team, experienced team that's been in the league for a little bit. So I guess not. I guess Burnley had their number. They played it well. And Sunderland, I mean, Sunderland had possession. They just couldn't get in there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I know they played West Ham last game. So yeah, West Ham were weaker than Burnley, but I still think if Sunderland played Burnley like how they did West Ham, they would have scored. They would have won the game. I just didn't see that same, like, I don't know if it was like they just came in with a lot of confidence, like, optimism, like, yes, we got this, motivation, and then that just disappeared this game. But I do think if they played that same way, they could have came out with a win.
And they got experience of each other. I mean, they play in the championship. They know each other. So they knew how to play each other. And Burnley came out with 3 points. So, hey, good for them. Good for them. So on to the next game is Brentford versus Aston Villa. Oh, bye-bye, Watkins. That's all I got to say. Wow, Aston Villa.
Roger's going to join him because he's out of my team as well. What a waste.
Unbelievable. And Wiz is still sitting out, and they still got the win.
Yeah, not what I expected. And it's interesting, too, because for FPL, a lot of people have Konza. A lot of people, have different, I would say, cash, and people got Martinez. People kind of invested heavily in Villa defense because they are cheap. And also, I guess they thought maybe Villa could pull through in games like this. I mean, who wouldn't? I never would have expected Brentford to win this game. But Villa aren't looking good.
They're not. They're struggling. They're attacking. I mean, they had opportunities. It just same issue that they had almost the first game. It's just
and this
not a lot
was
of
with the
creativity.
change of formation.
Yeah.
That we thought was going to make the difference with Rodgers behind Watkins, but they played that formation, and even then, it wasn't. I mean, did he feed Watkins often?
No, Rodgers, every time he touched the ball, he looked like he was a freshly born deer. He was slipping. It was not a good look. I don't know what's going on with Villa. I don't know if they're just down on confidence for some reason, but yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, and the one that I see, they had the same coach for a little bit now. Yeah. So, the first thing they're going to say, well, I guess it's time to move on to a new coach.
Already, you think? I think they need to lose some more before that.
I mean, yeah, right. And wait until like halfway through the season and be like 0 wins, but because their schedule's gonna get tougher.
I think they would give him the full season.
Probably, but they're playing champions.
No, they're playing.
Where they're playing?
They're playing Europa League.
Europa League.
Yeah.
Like this?
I mean, yeah, even Europa League. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I think it would be the season, and then obviously if it's bad for this and the other.
Yeah, because your starting lineup is playing like this, and you're gonna need to give him some rest, especially when the Europa League starts.
Mm-hmm.
Your bench is not gonna be any better.
Right. Yeah.
So
I to your point, Ari, I think they'll probably give him some time, just because Emery's been there a long time, and he's brought them a lot of success since he's been there. He's taken them from like a position like Fulham, where they're like mid-table. Now they're always challenging for Europe every season, which is great, but it's like, can they make that next step up? I'm not seeing it at this point.
Not this season.
No,
Not this season at all.
not yet.
So next game is Arsenal versus Leeds. Well, Leeds, I couldn't pull it. I mean, they're attacking as good as it was, as they tried. They try to put the pressure, but Arsenal is such an experienced, strong team. I mean, technically, and the way they move the ball. I mean, they even put a young player, an academy player, like towards the end of the game.
Salmon.
Yeah, and he's still.
I have my thoughts on that real quick, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, I think he's a great player. I think it's awesome they're bringing him up. The only thing that makes me so mad is the fact that every time he's in the 18, one little touch, he goes flying. And of course, he's awarded it. I mean, he's tiny, he's small. They're going to give it to him. But I definitely think that's a tactic. Come on. It's awarded, like 2 or 3 times now, or at least it's happened. Yeah. And they always give it to him. So that's a gripe on my end.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's just a kid playing men's football. So he's not going to try to go in there, be physical. Any touch, he's going to go down. And
he's still a good player.
Oh, yeah. I see your
he's
point.
Very technical.
And to be honest, that's the theme of this game week is teenagers or academy kids coming in and honestly doing well, because if you're 15, 16 years old playing in the Premier League, you're doing something right.
Yeah, wow. I mean the pressure behind it too.
They said 2009 or 2008, and
God damn,
I almost just stopped watching at that point after they said that. But I mean, Arsenal, they played well. Their defense is just so good. And Timber
and Ricardo.
Honestly, if there was one player that I could take from Arsenal that's not like Saka or Saliba, this would probably be Timber. He's such a solid player. Really, he can do everything. And he came back from a really bad injury last season, and it's like he's still very athletic, gets stuck in, and he's scoring goals. He almost scored a hat trick. Freaking what, 21 points?
Yeah, and somebody triple capped him. I mean, really?
Always.
How do you know Timber was going to do so well? They triple capped on him. And at times, he don't even start. At times, he's on the bench.
That's why I was talking with Mario, and Arsenal's one of those teams that literally has a backup, if you think about it, almost a backup for every position. Mm-hmm. They have so much depth. And of course, Arteta, I mean, if you don't win with this much changes, this much depth, then there's something wrong on your part. But in general, going back real quick, Timber and how do you say his name?
Calafiori.
Underrated FPL picks. It's hard because it's like they get you the clean sheet, but they don't get you the minutes.
Right.
Because of that depth.
Yeah.
Unless you're Saliba or Gabriel.
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
Or Raya.
I mean, if you're willing to risk it and you think that, all they need is so much time and they're going to help, which so far has been true, go right ahead. But it's just something to think about. But you're right. Gabriel and Saliba are the ones.
Yeah. And Arsenal got depth, so he's going to put it to use because you got Saka that got hurt. And who was the other player? Odegaard got hurt. Yeah. Yep. So he got the depth, so he's going to put him in there and see how he goes. I mean, he got Eze.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can probably play that side. You never know. So we'll see who he puts up there.
Do you think Eze could take Odegaard's position? Or is that too out of his realm?
No, Eze played like centrally for Palace. I think when he plays for England as well, he also plays centrally. So he's got the technical ability, and he presses pretty well. We'll say Odegaard is probably one of the better pressers in the position in the league in his position. He almost plays like a forward, a striker at times. But yeah, I think he can get the job done. But I do think this upcoming weekend that Saka's out, he'll probably play left wing, and Madueke will probably play where Saka plays.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, what a threat right there. Oh my God, the speed, the agility, the talent. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, what will Madueke be able to do? What Saka does? I mean, they're two different players.
I was
different
about to say,
but, a lot of pressure on his side.
Yeah.
He's an ex-Chelsea player, so
He's a secret agent.
I was gonna say, I think Eze is what Madueke wants to be.
Right.
So
Mandem FC.
But it was a great win for them, and they came out with a clean sheet. So good job, Arsenal. Well done. Leeds, they try. It was just a strong team. So
yeah, and this is the good job is for everyone that says that we hate Arsenal. We cannot stand them. Yeah, we're not too fond of them, but like it is what it is.
Okay, Gyökeres, 2 goals. Good for him. Will it happen constantly? Every game?
We'll see.
Well, yep. We will see.
They play Liverpool next, so let's see if he does it.
Yeah.
I just hope he never does that celebration, that hair flip celebration.
Oh my God.
Please.
Yeah.
Come on, let's find something different. Anyway, next game we have is Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. I thought this was actually an interesting game considering the score was just 1-1. Just because it was back and forth. It was pretty equal. I would say the attack and the defense is pretty equal for both teams. So, definitely considering Wood for next week.
Oh, West Ham United.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Also, another good pickup for FPL is Anderson. He's kind of like Caicedo. So you could always switch between the two, and he's cheap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think this game, it was like the two teams, they play so similarly. Like, granted, Palace didn't have Eze, but yeah, I think 0-0 would have been great for all parties considering we had the Forest defense.
Oh man! See, I doubled up on Forest defense, and I didn't do Burnley, and I'm like, crap. I wish I didn't, but it's I had faith in them. Granted, I know Palace have a good attack, but I figured with losing Eze that they're still gonna be good, but not against a team like Forest. You know what I mean? But you could still tell that they were missing Eze, even though they scored.
Hey, good old Munoz came through again. Last season he was on fire. He kind of was kind of quiet the first game, and now he came back. So hey, something to consider. Munoz seemed to be like a good pick. It was last season, so we'll see how he does the rest of the season. But 1-1, I expected. To me, Nottingham should have won the game. Especially coming from the game from the first week. To me, Nottingham Forest I thought they had it in the bag, but it was like you said, they are very similar to each other. And I think if they would have had I call it senior Eze because they got an Eze. So if it would have been there, I think that score would have been on towards Crystal Palace then.
Yeah, probably.
And man, I feel bad for Forest's coach with the owner up his. You know what? I mean, I feel bad for the dude. He has really helped Forest a lot, and I think he's a good manager. Mm-hmm. It's just who would want to be in an environment like that where the owner is dictating your every move.
Yeah. Last thing you want to be is micromanage. What's the point of getting a coach, to run the team if you're going to try to dictate? But then again, there's a lot of elements that we're not aware of. In the, like they call it locker room stuff that might be going in the back. But for what we see from the screen is, if you're a business owner, if you own your business, let your managers and the people that you hire do the job you hire them to do. If you're gonna try to dictate every little thing that they're doing, then might as well you run the team. You do it.
You really should.
Yeah. It's so representative of real life too, because like not just in like football, but like in every day at people's jobs. Nobody wants a manager like that. Nobody wants an owner coming and showing you how to cook the chicken at McDonald's wherever you work, right? So I think it's definitely an interesting situation, and I think the Palace fans, they had like banners making fun of the owner.
Did they?
Yeah, and apparently they're trying to see if they can like fine Crystal Palace for that. It's just all
Oh.
Well, it's one of those things that they got that drama going, so they probably get publicity, even though it might be a little bit negative,
Probably,
but
yeah.
they're getting publicity, so that's more attention to the team. But to your point, he is a great coach, and he should be just let him be to run the team, and they're being successful. I think that Don Forrest is good.
No, I think you're right. I think we don't know what's happening in the background, but I still think it wasn't right for him, like last season, to come up to the manager after the game that they lost, and like you could tell he's like arguing with him. I feel like that you save something like that behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Right,
Agreed.
right.
So
Yeah, that was to your point. That was kind of a show of power.
Yeah,
that's
I
just
thought that
like
was-
really stop power tripping.
Yeah.
It happened. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in the game. Sometimes you have a plan and the plan doesn't come through. It falls through. Yes, it's not like he's there trying to sabotage the team. He's trying everything he can. If you don't like it, then replace him. But guess what? He's a great coach. So good luck finding someone at that level, or someone if you want to gamble and get somebody
or
new.
they're gonna get Ange.
Yeah.
Mate.
I know, right?
So let's go on to the next game here. We got Everton versus Brighton. So 2-0 for Everton at their new stadium. Mr. Jack Grealish getting 2 assists on his debut, his debut at the new home. So yeah, I mean, Everton look pretty good. They got a solid base now in the back, and their attack is coming through now that they have Grealish. What do you guys think of that?
Well, so here's my question to a Manchester City fan. So how come Jack Grealish was able to do this with Everton, but not at Manchester City? I mean, he 2 assists. I mean, wow.
I got one question for you. Do I look like Jack Grealish? Do I look like Grealish?
I mean, you guys spent 100 mil on him.
I mean,
You got him, and he just took. Hey, let me go to Everton and let me show what I got. And he's a great player.
well,
he
I
is a
said
good
in
player.
previous videos. I mean, I definitely think we paid way too much for him. But again, I think he's one of those players that he does well on middle to bottom table teams. I think that's just his thing. He can kind of prove himself more. I don't know if he feels like, oh, I'm the man, like I can, carry this team, and that's where he fills in. But I think that was the thing is he came to City. We were doing well. We had a lot of great players. He was just kind of a number. Yes, he had a good first season. He helped us, but then after that became a number, and he couldn't get out of it. And then with this team, he feels like this is a new start. I can come into the season, help lead them. And I think that's what he showed this game. Now, going back to what you said, I feel like Everton did better than the first game week, attacking wise, but I still think they need a little bit more. And to what you said, Beto, I didn't even I think he played. Honestly, don't even remember seeing him play, because if he did, he didn't do much, in my opinion.
Yeah, they started Barry up top.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay,
and then Beto came in.
but even then, I was like,
Yeah, I mean, their attacks definitely this season is going to go through Grealish and then Die. Those are going to be the 2 main threats, which, I mean, those are great Premier League attackers. So Everton's going to be fine.
Yeah, and I had him. He didn't do anything on the first week, so I dropped him like a big sack of potatoes, and I ended up picking Reinders. And guess what? And I gets point. Reinders gets only 2. Great, what a choice on my part. But I think they play Brighton. Brighton seems to be the same inconsistent team as last season. So Everton is gonna have some wins, some losses. It's just gonna be middle of the table, and it's gonna lose some games that we were like, how did you lose that game? But they come up with 3 points, and good for them. The first home game at their new stadium. So happy for them, celebrate it. But Grealish put up a number there. Maybe Man City wants him back. Maybe you never know. They like to do that. They like to send players out and then get him back.
Yeah, drop another 100 mil.
Yeah. All right. So next game is Fulham versus Manchester United. Oh, Cunha. I had him in my team.
Bruno.
Jesus, I mean, it was like the first 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It was just their game to score. I mean, Cunha was really like an inch away from scoring like 2, 3 goals.
yeah, the first 5 minutes, man, they were on fire. Easily should have been a hat trick just from Cunha
Yeah,
alone.
I mean, it looked like I team I didn't recognize. I mean, it was like they came out on fire, and it was like, wow, this is exciting to watch. Wow, this is Manchester United. But then after that, it just died out.
Yeah. And then it's the Manchester United that we've seen for the past 4 years.
That usual one, yeah. It's I love the first 15 minutes. After that, I lost. It was like Fulham took possession, said now it's our turn for like the next 65 minutes or 75 minutes.
Yeah,
it wasn't a Man United that I expected to see, but I'm still a Cunha fan. I think he's gonna get there. I think next game is it.
Cunha's biggest fan here.
Yes.
What I thought was interesting with this game, obviously Bruno missing that PK. That was horrible. Premier captain, if he's put off by the referee bumping into him when he's trying to take a PK, and that's his excuse to miss it, that's terrible. That's not a professional. I mean, you're a professional. You get paid to do this, and you can't. That's just wow.
What was that about? I mean, he's stopping. I mean, he literally put the ball down, and you can tell the ref didn't even see him there.
Right.
I mean, you can tell it was done on purpose, and he just barely bumps into him. And he literally walks back to the ball, picks it up, and starts whining and complaining about it.
He literally got in his own head.
Correct. And that's why he missed. That's why he missed.
Yeah, he took way too much time playing the theatrics and should have just taken it and moved on. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think was the point? I mean, wanting more attention, I don't know. I don't get it.
I guess maybe he thought the ref was trying to sabotage him.
Well, after he missed, yeah.
That's just Bruno's personality, though. I mean, I think he's a great player. Technically, he works really hard. But yeah, he complains so much, and that's why people criticize him as the captain, because he's always been that way.
Yeah, he always is like doing this number. He's like with his hand, like
I mean, and he didn't miss the penalty by 2-3 inches or a foot. It was more like 30 feet.
I think it landed in the backyard.
Yeah, he probably was there in the moon somewhere still.
I also think Fulham were they like woke up as soon as Cunha in the first 5 minutes, the whole team was like attacking them. They were like, oh crap, like we need to. And then after that, they got into the rhythm. I think Iwobi had a good game. Usually he's a very consistent player. So that's a consideration for FPL too. But I guess I was wrong about Wilson this time around. I mean, he did have his chances. Yeah, they did supplement.
They did. I was thinking about what you said. As soon as he came in, I'm like, oh, hell, here comes the goal. And the goal came, even though it wasn't by him, but it's still, it came after those subs.
So you think maybe it was his aura?
His aura, yeah. Because he came they both, Smith Rowe and him came at the same time. So maybe because they had a plan.
He was helping push on that side.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, the fact that Fulham, their subs, like Wilson, they brought in Robinson, Jimenez, their subs all had a really good impact. They all played well. Like Fulham have a strong bench, even though they didn't sign many people. Whereas United, I feel like their subs killed the game for them. They had nothing after they started making their subs.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think of the penalty kick, though? That not the penalty kick itself, but the foul that led to the penalty kick. I mean, that was kind of controversial. It's still the refereeing is still not being consistent enough.
Yeah, and that's the issue. It's not consistent. Like that's a foul. Like Bassi, he's a big guy. He doesn't need to like manhandle Mount. Mount's not a big guy. You don't need to like pull him back like that. So it's a foul, but they're never consistent with those fouls.
Right.
And I think the goal even United scored, Euro pushes Bassi in the back before he jumps, which I don't care how big you are. If you're being pushed, you're off balance, you can't jump. So it's just the refereeing, again, the Premier League is very inconsistent.
Well, and he actually was kind of an own goal because it was a deflection of, I forget his name, the forward for Fulham. Muniz.
Yeah.
He hit his back. I think if he would have not bounced off of him, I think he probably would have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, probably.
So, so to me, me and United didn't score. They haven't scored yet. Literally.
Yeah, you're right.
So right. Fulham did the work for us. So Fulham scored 2 goals.
2 games, 0 goals for United.
So what do you think on that, Ari? Do you think the whole penalty kick should be more consistent?
Well, I just thought it was funny that he gets thrown to the ground and then right behind him, I think it was like Shaw or someone is like getting thrown to the ground too. So it wasn't as bad as Bassi's technically because he didn't like grab him and but it's just like, okay, well, both happened. So if
Yeah.
you want to say that, then to your point, like, it's just not consistent in general. And there's other games we pointed out in earlier episodes that we thought the refing was inconsistent, the calls weren't. But it is what it is. I mean, United had that was their chance to score and they didn't. So that's on them.
Yeah.
They got that opportunity. But
I mean, it did look like a wrestling move when I saw it.
I mean, he did toss him.
Yeah,
But it's just funny because like right behind him, it's the opposite of full, I don't know.
Well, without further ado, the number one team, this next game, Liverpool versus Newcastle. Yes, you see it? Came out with a win, 3-2. Yes, the first, Liverpool play well, and we seem to be having a pattern where we score, we control the game in the first half, and then second half we kind of start dying out, and the other team ends up having control of the game and they score, and they come back and it ties the game. I'm seeing a pattern, and it's just one of those things that, when are we going to tighten up? Kirkus again, the first goal. What in the world was he doing facing the other way? I mean, he literally wasn't even looking at the ball. He, what's his name? They scored the goal from Newcastle.
Bruno.
I mean, he literally jumped over him. And Kirkus was like, here, get on my back. I help you. Literally. It didn't look that great to me. Kirkus is the better defender than that. So
I mean, he's playing with the best team now, and he has looked okay. He's looked subpar. He hasn't looked as good as he did with Bournemouth. And I think, again, like going back to that whole Grealish thing, it's one of those things where players look great in other teams, and they come to these big teams, and you really have to shine. You really have to be on your A game with them.
Yeah.
And it's also different tactics too. But all I gotta say, he's pointing at his hat and all, but Newcastle had a red, and they still scored on them.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
I agree.
And they're playing Arsenal next.
And you said they played well in the first. I don't think Liverpool played good at all. What I think it was Van Dijk had a great game. Van Dijk was saving that back line. I think he had 50 headers today, clearing. He had to mark Dan Burn and Joelinton at the same time. Konate, he must be in Madrid right now. He must be wanting to leave because him and Kirkes are like sabotaging that back line, I feel like.
Yeah. And they're both on the same side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we're hurting.
Game too.
Yeah. And, Konate, in my fantasy Premier League, bye-bye. He got the boot. That's it.
You need a boot him by now. It's
I
don't
try.
second game, but it's not good. And then he's not getting you any points, yellow cards. What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. He got me 0 points today. But you know what? Gravenberg came in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Told you. Did I tell you? We were missing him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, he came through. Not only did he score, but he just held on to the middle. I mean, the middle, Newcastle, I mean, you guys know they're a very physical team.
Oh, yeah.
And they're very strong. We were playing at their home. And that's not easy to do.
No, not at all.
They came back with 10 men, like you said, and they scored 2 goals. Again, our defense, like the free kick, really? Why we're so high up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drop back more. Let's drop the line a little bit back more so we're able to catch up and the ball doesn't go as high. So if it does go too high towards the goal, then the keeper is there to grab it. We're closer to the 18.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I saw Konate. He kind of hit back behind that guy, Burn, and lost side of the ball. Burn didn't even touch the ball and hit the ground. They called Gravenberg off guard.
Yeah.
And then the forward, Newcastle's forward, they've been sitting in the bench
There
for the
it
longest.
is. They got their
There
forward.
it is.
They don't need
So
Isak.
Come on. Come on, Isak. We're waiting on you, but it was a good win. A win is a win. We got the 6 points. And Gordon, out for what, 2-3 weeks?
But before Gordon went out, I must say he had opportunities. I mean, he's just not a finisher. This reminds me of last game week too. Just imagine if he could finish those. Y'all would have lost this game. Y'all would have lost this game.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if Isak was playing in that position.
But that's what kind of scares me for you guys next week versus Arsenal. I'm just, it's kind of scary. You guys need to tighten up back there.
What do you guys think of the Gordon red though? I mean, why? What do you think was going through his head when he did that to Van Dijk? To me, I watched that, and that's a player who knows he's not getting the ball. He's just going to put pressure on the center back.
To me, I think it was frustration.
Yeah.
All the opportunities that he had.
Yeah, he was getting visually. You could see every time he missed, he was upset.
And the frustration, and he's at home, under that crowd, and he's trying to get in there and trying to show and help the team, and just frustration. And it was a foul. It wasn't something that it was fake. No, you can see Van Dijk, his sock was all the way up, and he pulled it with his studs. He pulled the sock down, he scratched Van Dijk. That he could have really hurt him, even though probably was not intentional. But he was nowhere near the ball. But I think it was just frustration.
Yeah,
I think he let it get to him. But at the end of the day, we won. But what do you think of Szoboszlai playing as a fullback? I was like,
I like the way he plays. Period. Yeah. And I said before, he's just a very hardworking, consistent player, just like Gravenberch, in my opinion. He's very versatile, it seems like. But in general, I like the way he plays. I think he's a good player. So
I think he's versatile. He's kind of got it all in his locker. So
he's athletic.
Right.
Can tell.
Yeah. He can run
he was pivoting. He was coming more towards the middle, and the usual Kirkus. You had Konate and Van Dijk staying in the back. Kirkus tried to make some runs after he made that mistake, trying to compensate for it. But it was a little bit too late. But hey, number one team. That's all I gotta say. 2 wins,
well, I guess
6 points.
We'll see after next week.
Yeah, and you're right. That will really tell the story of where Liverpool is and where we need to strengthen. Yes, we do have a Man City problem. Defensive side. And it's not a keeper. Problem. We know that Alisson is good. It's just a defensive line.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just because he has one bad game, everyone's hating on him now. Just last episode, we were saying something different, y'all. Come on, Trafford's not. He's not that bad.
That's what keeps it interesting.
But and you know what? We're not replacing Alisson. We're keeping Alisson. We're faithful to our players. We just don't replace him. But anyway, so it was a good game. It was a great week. A lot of surprises.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what game week 3 does. There's some good games coming up. It's the big one. It's Arsenal versus Liverpool. That'll really, a lot of people start. If Arsenal wins, they're going to say, Arsenal's going to take it all the way to that. They're going to win the trophy. They're going to win the Premier League. Liverpool wins, they're going to be the same thing. Yeah. But I bet you maybe even, it could be a tie. And it's going to be like, oh my God, what happened?
Right.
So to me, there's a lot more pressure on Arsenal than it is on Liverpool.
For sure. And you guys are at home, I believe. You guys are at Anfield.
Oh, yeah, we're at Anfield. So Arsenal, with all the investment they've done, and all the depth that they have, I think they got a lot more invested in the game, and they're expected to win.
Yeah. They better after what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this week we're going to have 2 videos, so be sure to check it out. It'll be coming out later this week. It's going to be about Game Week 3 match predictions.
Hey, and don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and hit the notification button. And we'll see you guys next video.
Bye.